Why blogging? This is where Parajunkee tells you a really long story. So to tell this story, we have to have a little flashback and go way, way back to 2009. Well, maybe a little further, maybe even 2008 or 2007, bringing it back, baby. I was actually your typical corporate monkey working in a large corporation that was basically business management for a certain brand of doctors and their practices. And these doctors must have went to a conference that spouted how blogging was great for your practice. So a lot of them started coming back and saying, we want to blog, we want to blog, we want to blog. And we were doing these huge websites for them for like, a lot of money, and we're, coding HTML and programming and all this stuff, and we're like, you want a free blogger blog? What? I don't know anything about that. So time passed, and finally the bitching got enough, and, it was time, I guess, to say, okay, I guess this is the service we have to offer them. Okay, Rachel, you do it. You're in charge of graphics, so social media is yours. There you go. That was fun. And at the same, well, I guess let's not bring that up now. But I had no idea what to blog about, and the thing was that I usually learn best how to do something by doing it for myself. So I decided, okay, I'm going to put together a blog of something that I like. Okay, what do I like? What do I like? What do I like to do? At the same time, I was randomly reviewing books that I got on Amazon. Nothing big. Little, hello, I love this book. Yay. But I finally got to my first negative read. And at that point in my reading career, I guess, a negative read was something crazy. Like, I would say, oh, I liked this book. I liked most of the books that I read because I wasn't critical. I was reading them for fun. There was nothing big. But I finally got to a book that I was like, this book is terrible. And then I had to tell people about it. Oh, this book is terrible. They have good reviews all about this book, and it's just. Well, you can say you love something, and you usually don't have to substantiate it. I love my husband, and only every now and again he tells me, well, why do you love me? And then you have to go, I can tell you why you aggravate me, probably in explicit detail, but to tell you why I love you takes a little more thought. There you go. Same with a negative review. I feel you have to substantiate the reason why you don't like something a little more than you have to substantiate something that you love. Now, later on, I do. I will tell you the reason, both like and dislike. But back then, I felt that I had to write this 5-page paragraph because this is why I didn't like it. So proof is in the pudding. Well, trolls came out of the wazoo on this one, including the author. And I was like, I don't want these evil people on this thing that has my name on it. And then ding, 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 something went off in my head. Well, I can take these reviews and put them on a blog. That's simple. I like to read. I can review these books and talk about the books in the blog. Had no idea that there was a book blogging community. But in marketing, that's what you do. You search out competitors. So what I did was I was like, okay, well, I'm going to blog about books. So let's search blog about books. And lo and behold, there is a huge book blogging community, which I figured there probably was. I mean, there's a blogging community about everything. But my blogging was basically like I was on graphic design blogs and social media blogs, those type of things. I had never gone into actually personally looking for blogs. And, the environment has changed since then, both nationally and for me personally. All these worlds have opened up, but back then, it wasn't as prolific. I really think the blogging world has exploded in the last 4 years. And so that's how it was born. Basic, simply, I had no idea about ARCs. I had no idea that authors will actually send you their books. I had no idea. I just started this blog as an experiment on how to market a blog, how to start it, how to use the, content management system. That was it. That's all I started it for. And then all of a sudden I see these terms like ARCs and blog tours, and I'm just like, oh my God, there's this huge world. Like anything that you get into, you skim the surface and then all of a sudden you fall into the deep end and you're like, wow, I had no clue. And, and it changes. And then all of a sudden I have people requesting for me to do design work. And then the next thing you know, I'm being called into my director's office because obviously my blogging is a little bit too prolific. And now everybody knows about it. And then I'm getting fired. Yeah, that's about it, and that's how it rolls. But that's my story. So why blogging? I didn't want to go into detail about it, but I mean, it really defines everything. It's and it's been the last year that it's defined it even more. And it can happen to people. I mean, obviously, it happened to me. There is this girl that ran the blog Deuced. I think Deuce or Deuced, and so now the term is you got deuced when you get fired from blogging. But I never blogged about anybody that I worked with or tweeted about anybody I worked with. And the main thing that I got called on the table for was these automated posts that were going out while I was at work, but explaining to them that they're automated, and then it tweets it out, and then it puts it on Facebook. Obviously, they can't understand that, and then all of a sudden I'm being fired because I'm a product of my own success. And I don't know if she referred that to my job career or if she referred that to my blog and how successful it was. Whatever. So, I'm still a little bitter about that because I put 5 years into that company, and I created complete departments in that company. They started with me, and I was the graphics department. And then by the time I left, we had a graphics department and a web development department, and yay. And the guy that was under me, that was probably the one telling them about how much I blog all day long, is now the art director. I hope he's enjoying his position, because I heard, yeah. So that's my bitter Wednesday why I started blogging post. Love you guys. See you next Wednesday.